Good evening, everyone. This is Jeff Veale, the business guru, coming to you once again from downtown Manila with another star on Spotlights. And we've got a very interesting gentleman here today, and he's from the States. And for him, it's 6 a.m. in the morning, and for me, it's 9 o'clock at night. His name is Erick Paul. He's a creative real estate investor, coach, mentor, and speaker. And he knows a bit about this stuff, guys, so I suggest you reach out to him. He's been doing creative real estate investing for a mere 20 plus years. Name of the company, 𝐒𝐭𝐴 amplive. Brief description, 𝐒𝐭𝐴 is a real estate firm. amplive is our coaching and one-to-one mentoring program on how to do it, guys, and how to make some money. So if you want to know how to make some money, reach out and have a chat to Erick. Key achievements, founding 𝐒𝐭𝐴 and amplive, and looks like VIP execs. Personal motto, integrity. I'm laughing. That's my favorite word. It's engraved. Awesome. It's engraved on the back of my watch. Integrity.
Right.
Absolutely.
Amen.
And I tell people that's all you've got. Integrity. Right. You lose that, you're gone. Sir. Right. True. Lose your money, but you can't lose your integrity.
That's right.
Loyalty, communication.
Unstrippable.
Absolutely. To help as many people as possible with real estate issues. Interesting fact, he played rock and roll in SoCal, Hollywood, and the USA. So without further ado, good morning, Erick Paul.
Well, do I say good evening, good night to you? Good morning.
Our audience is all over the world, so no problem.
Right? Yes, for sure.
Okay, let's get this show started. Tell us about your journey and what inspired you to come down this current career path and help people. What's been the journey?
Well, frustration it was at the end of the day, right? Being frustrated with the job, the job.
Yeah, just on broke.
Exactly. So, I was working a corporate gig, started off, hey, I'll get a corporate gig, move into management, but obviously you got the little ones to feed and the wife. And so you go for, the corporate gig, and that's what I did with the salary thing. And it was supposed to be 45 hours, Jeff, and then it went to 55 and 65 and 75. And I think I worked 90 hours in 1 week. I didn't even think any human could do that. But there are some humans there are people that do 120 hours. I go, man, I would have died.
Yeah.
So I had to make a decision. The camel, I guess, that broke the camel's back, or the straw, whatever you want to call it, right? Was basically my boss said, says, work 20 hours. He said, go home, take a shower, and I need you back. I said, what, like today? He goes, yes, I need you back in about 3 hours. I said, what the hell am I going to do in 3 hours? Go home, take a shower,
right.
Eat, take a nap like a horse standing up, and then go back to work, right? So I'm like, are you serious? He said, yes, this is what I need you to do. The regionals are coming. I need you here. And I said, okay, whatever, so that was, I had to start thinking, what else can I do? Back to the dreams, the passions, and being an entrepreneur. I go, I need a business. What am I going to do? What type of business? And real estate always just kept coming back and coming back and coming back. And that's how that all started, from there back in the early 2000s all the way to now, and seeing everything that went on. And that's kind of what got the fire, I guess, under me to do, hey, can this really be done? And I didn't have, I was coming out of bankruptcy at the time and all that good stuff. So I was like, I don't have any money. I don't have any credit. That's not going to help me. The experience isn't there. All I had was business experience, managing
and
people.
A good idea. Yep.
Yeah, and a good idea, and said, hey, let me put some ducks in a row. I remember a mentor said, hey, I asked him, do you have to have all the ducks in a row? And he said, no, just have some. You're never going to have all the ducks in a row.
That's right.
That's always going to be a work in progress.
That's right.
So that's what started it all. Yeah. And there's,
awesome.
It was very interesting. Yeah. Interesting start. I'm trying to find
with your work, what's been the most challenging aspect of it all, and how have you overcome that?
Most challenging was trying to figure out how to get the business done, right? What do I do? Is it real? Can I really, I guess finding the people. Even trying to find mentors or coaches and say, can you help me do this? Help me do this. Yes. He said, well, go do this, go read a book, go here, do that, but not really would sit with me, right?
Yeah, practical stuff.
Somewhere,
You need the practical, don't you? Not just the book.
That was it. And I could find a lot of the stuff online and stuff, but it wasn't really that at that time, not like it is now prevalent. You can go see a lot of stuff, but So that was probably the most challenging, is trying to figure out, is it real? Okay, now it is. What do I do? How do I get it done? And that was probably the hardest part, because it was a long journey. It was a
Sure.
long journey to what's the word I'm looking for, to get to that point. It took about 18 months to get things set up. I just
That's
took the
right.
skill sets that I have
It
with my
always takes
management and all that good stuff.
it takes longer than what you think. I've had 5 successful businesses, guys, and every one
Awesome.
of them I thought I'd make money the second day in. I got a
Right?
shock. It was 6 months. I never got a paycheck. So
That's the thing. Yeah.
yeah,
And I think that's what scares people, right? Because that's what
yes,
scared my wife,
yeah,
from moving to another job, management job, just so I can have that freedom to
sure,
pursue that business, because I have to pay bills and got to eat and feed the kids and all that
that's
good
right.
stuff. So
Yeah,
that was probably the most difficult, right? So I had to
yes,
kind of just study books and then ask people questions. The mentors and coaches, or I should say the mentors, didn't drop until I actually had stuff set up. And then they
yes,
started showing themselves. Okay. And found out that I had to bring tremendous value to them before they even would work with me, because they're
yes.
willing to do it. They want to see, because they want to see it. They're willing to cheerlead and help you, especially if you're going to bring them stuff and make them money. They're like, yeah, come on, well, maybe I'll help you.
Absolutely. They got a motive. Tell me,
Yeah,
what's an
right.
important moment in your career that sort of changed the direction? I guess that when the boss told you to come back to work.
Yeah, that was it. I said, come back to work. I did it. I actually had an epiphany. I said, okay, I need to make a decision. I made a decision. It was going to be real estate. I'm going to buy, sell, fix, and flip properties. And
Awesome.
then, yeah, and that's what it started the studying part, and then putting everything together, and then executing. A lot of prayers that were put in there, and move forward, hit a lot of walls.
They've obviously,
And
the prayers obviously work. And guys, people
yeah,
need 2 things. If they
yeah,
it's about death and taxes, but they need a roof over
right.
they need a roof over their head,
That's
and they
true.
and they want to and they need to eat. So
Right.
if you go into those 2 fields, you're more than, and do it well, you'll make money every time, guys. If you help people get what they want, they'll give you
Hmm.
what you want. It's simple as that.
True. No,
In your
you're
opinion,
absolutely correct. Yeah.
what are the key qualities or skills that you believe have contributed to your success? Obviously, one of them is determination. What else would you
Yeah.
say is along the way?
Um. Hmm.
I think you're willing to learn. That's a big one.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the willing to learn, and I think having some type of foundation, like you're saying, right? It was some faith in myself, and then faith in the skill sets, but also just faith, period, right? Because I think I'll share it with you quick. This isn't it, but my boss made me buy a thing. This is
Ah,
a different
lovely. I
story.
love
I'm
it.
not going to bring it
I,
up, but
I love
Think
it.
and Grow Rich. You have this one?
No, I do. Yeah, of course I do.
Okay. Yeah, I know
I
you
got
do.
all of them. I got all of them. Here's
There
another
you
one.
go.
Right.
Amen.
Getting all you
Yeah.
can out
So,
of all you got. Right. I got them
right.
right next to my fingertips. I'm writing a book,
Same
actually.
here.
You've heard of the 4-day weekend, 4-day week.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm writing. You'll love it. I'm writing the book,
Okay.
the 80-day week, the 80-hour week.
Really?
Sorry, the 80-hour week. Yeah, because
80-hour week.
I want to tell the
Okay.
truth. I want to tell the
Yeah,
truth.
yeah, right. That was the other thing, is figuring out the truth. A lot of people, sugarcoat stuff and looking
Sure.
at things, and I figured out that, hey, this is gonna take work. It's gonna
Yes,
be. I'm gonna probably work a lot harder than I am at my job,
that's right.
even
But
though
you
I
got
was
to love it. It's going to
frustrated.
become a passion, which it is now, right? It's a
Yes.
passion, not a
Amen.
job.
Thank you.
It's a
Yeah,
passion.
that's what it is. Yeah, you got
Yeah.
to find it.
Yeah, that's
That's
right. You
hard to do.
got to find your why, and when you find your why,
Yep.
guys, it's like going fishing. You just love it. You enjoy it. You get up every morning, whistling and ready to go.
That's
Tell
right.
me, how do you stay motivated and continue to innovate in your field? What's your secret?
It is my morning ritual. It is the books. That's the fuel that keeps me going. Right. I'm not
Mhm.
a holy roller, or hey, hallelujah. But I do have my higher power that works for me, and of course,
Yes.
it's my family and why to do what I need to do to break that chain. And that's been like that, geez, ever since I was a youngster. And I just kept saying, hey, when they say you can't do it, okay, I'm gonna go do it on purpose, just so I can prove somebody wrong. But then sometimes it segues into, hey, this is great. This is the passion. I love this. And then
Yes.
other times you got to go, man, this is not working, like the job, and I had to
Yep.
segue out of it.
Yeah. But the good thing is too,
Yeah.
I'm sure like me, you get a
Mhm.
tremendous amount, guys, it gives you an incredible buzz when you actually
Yes.
help someone and you put them into their own
Yes.
home, or you show them
Yep.
how to make money, and they were struggling, and you put them on the path. And it's not an easy path, guys. We're not telling you
No.
it's easy. It's not overnight. However, you put these people on the path or put them into their own home,
Yep.
and it gives you an absolute buzz. you know,
You're
because
exactly correct. That's
yeah,
it. That's what I
like
tell everybody.
it's like an
true.
adrenaline,
Yeah,
isn't it? It's like
it
a,
is.
it's one of life's drugs, you know, because you just love helping people.
It's absolute truth. Yep. It's
Yeah,
the same thing I got when I played rock and roll, right?
yeah,
My dad used to
passion,
say, "Hey, you can be out there, and there's a bunch of people in the crowd. If you just help one or two or three
enjoy
change their
themselves.
emotions and lives for a few minutes or a few hours, you've done your job." And that rush is awesome. It's the same thing with what you're saying with whether it's real estate, entrepreneur, or whatever. You seeing that just seeing the transformation, helping people just keeps you going.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Tell me, can you tell us about a recent project or an achievement that you're particularly proud of?
Well, it's what we're doing now with the coaching, because we're, as you know, we do one-on-one mentoring. It was the creative
Yes,
real estate. That was the brainchild of, myself and a few others to make it reciprocal and do one-on-one mentoring, but make it reciprocal where we partner up with our mentees.
yes,
But it was a selection process. It still is, right? So that means if you're brand new, you're probably not going to work with us. If you haven't been beat up in the industry and got some coaching done or something, you probably couldn't work with us, right? But
yes,
now we're like, you know what? Let's open the door to the newbies and then kind of go through the coaching
and help
process.
them. Sure.
Yeah, and help them. And yes, the free content, right? Because I probably shouldn't share, hey, my thoughts on what I think, free
Sure.
is. And
Go ahead. Yeah.
okay. I always say it. I probably can't say it on the show, so I won't. But I think free is what, right?
Yeah, that's right.
But
You know,
somebody has to pay for it. That's you. That's me. That's others. And if
that's
they're
right.
willing to give it away, that's cool. But I know that unless there's skin in the game, some
You're
people,
not
unless you're
committed. That's
fired up and
right.
motivated,
That's
like
right.
you or myself or others, maybe people that watch your show and stuff, right? They're fired up.
Yep.
Smaller percentage are going to go, I'm going to make it happen anyways. But
Yes,
the rest kind of need that little bit of help, a little bit of
that's right.
boost,
Correct.
in the earlier age or stages.
Yeah.
So I know we're missing the boat there. So I've scrapped it several times, but I'm very proud of what we're going to be coming out with, which is those smaller types of and the free stuff, right? Say, hey, go for it if it helps you.
Yeah, that's right.
Amen.
But it leads down.
And go
It's
from
like
there.
giving people a map. It leads somewhere, guys. I've
Yes.
got over $50,000 worth of software with my team, and
Oh
guess what,
wow.
guys? But we start off like everyone on the 14-day free trial or a 7-day free
Mhm.
trial, whatever.
Awesome.
But
I
guys,
love it.
I know free is not free. We move on, and we move on to the if we like it, 1 or 2
Yeah.
days, we spend the money,
Yep.
we move on to the pro
Yeah.
version. If we see a better one, we get rid of one and we get a better one, even though it's more expensive. We're all about
Yeah.
improving all the time, guys. And
Truth.
this software, it automates a lot of stuff for us and saves us basically 20 hours per client. So,
Wow.
guys, nothing's free in this world. It's
Yeah.
either time or money. I get people say, "Oh, I can make my own logo on Canva. I don't need to give your guy $30 to make a logo." I go,
Right.
go ahead, my friend. If is your time just worth $30? That's fantastic. Good luck with that. When you're ready,
Yeah.
come on back. All that.
Amen. It's true. Hindsight's
Yeah,
2020. I learned
yeah,
that the hard way several years ago.
yeah. I've always when I've been a kid, I've always outsourced. I'm lazy.
Okay.
I like to make money and pay someone else
Yeah.
to do the stuff I don't want to do or I
There
can't
you
do.
go.
That's what money's for.
Yeah.
Isn't that what
That's
money's
true.
for? Right.
Yep. Make it work for you.
And because Erick gets all this, guys. It's about the 3 F's: family, friends, and freedom. And that's what Erick's managed to achieve:
There
family,
it is
friends,
right
and
there.
freedom.
Freedom.
There you
You
go.
see it?
See,
Yeah.
there you go. Look at that. I didn't know that, but there you go. So
Yeah.
we're on the same page, no doubt.
Yeah. I'm feeling it. Feeling it,
Yeah.
Jeff.
What advice would you give someone aspiring to, who's been through the mill and to come up through the grades in your footsteps? What would you advise them to do?
Do a lot of studying, reading, that just to
Yep,
fuel that mindset. 99% of this game is mindset. And
absolutely.
then seek out someone who's willing to help you a little bit, a mentor, but bring tremendous value to
And
them.
funny enough, a lot
So
of his
they will
mentors will
work
give
with
you
you.
advice, give you free advice. They will actually help you guys if you reach out. Like he'll reach Eric and say,
True.
"What do I do?" Blah 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 blah. And then
Yep.
when you on the next part of a journey, that's when you'll need
Yeah.
Eric and his partner's help. But he can get you started and get you down the right track, guys. And that's half the battle.
Exactly.
Is like half a battle like a tree, guys. Got to plant the seed. The tree doesn't grow
You have
overnight.
to. It's
Yeah,
true. Yep.
all
And
that.
then start seeing the forest through the trees, right? That's when you know you're on fire. Going, huh? You see stuff that others don't.
That's the one. Yeah, and it's right. Funny enough, you buy a red Mercedes, guys, and when you're driving home, I guarantee you'll see 5 red Mercedes. You didn't see any before, but now you'll see 5 of them. You'll see them everywhere you go because you've got one. It's a mindset.
Exactly. It's a mindset. It's that stuff that's sitting in your subconscious mind till it hits those triggers because you bought the car. Now you start seeing it, and now it's here in the conscious mind. You're going, oh my God, it's like magic. But a lot of people just don't think it's not, but it's real.
Yeah, absolutely. It is real, for those who believe, right? Looking ahead, what are your goals and aspirations for the future?
Gearing up for the new cycle for creative real estate investing, or just real estate in general, because that's where I live. That's my jam, right? That's what I do. I call it the private sector. And when you mentioned VIP execs, we have the public sector, but things are changing in that arena too. So I always say adjust, adapt, or perish. I say rock and roll. Let's adjust, adapt, and rock. So we're gearing up for that only because we've been through that cycle. Hindsight's 2020. So that's what's exciting for us right now, and trying to help as many people as possible, because that shift is going on, right?
Absolutely.
And if you have some eyes that already been through it, it helps a lot of the others, or just making those network like you. I know you love networking, right? So it's that networking, getting back into networking, getting that moral compass back, Jeff, because we've lost it in the last decade. Where people are just so cynical and angry and, pissed off, excuse my French, is like, can we help change that? The customer's always, what happened to the customer is supposed to be always right. I get it. Not like, hey, you're lucky you're doing business with this company type attitude.
Yes.
You want to change that. At least for us, we can start just with a little bit and maybe share that. Our cause and mission is just that, to help as many people as possible.
Got to be a win-win. I don't win and you lose. It's got to be a win-win.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, just on a different subject.
That's changed, though.
Just on a subject, Eric, I've got a client. I just brought it up. I've got a client. Interesting for you too. I've got a client in the UK, and what this guy's done, guys, he's flipped the switch. With pandemic and everything, a lot of people want to work from home. So what happened? There was a shitload of empty offices in the UK. So what he's done now, he's gone out and done deals with these people and turned those offices into studio apartments and rental accommodation, all types of things, and he's making an absolute fortune. He's making a killing, and he's getting people to throw deals at him every day now because he's been there and done the hard yards.
Right?
Is there such an opportunity where you are? Something similar to that?
I hear you. Yeah, it's coming up, especially with the commercial segment where these loans are going to start changing and turning. Then we're also seeing a big trend I know here in the United States, is pre-foreclosures, right?
Right.
Where, they had the 2.5 interest rates. Now they're 6 and 7%. Wow. But some people are going, hey, I got a refi, and they got some cash out, and now they're at maybe a higher interest rate, but a lot of them are at the lower. We call them sub-2 buyouts. Yes. So maybe lots of job and things of that nature, or whatever it is. Yeah, and they need some help. They missed some payments. They're going to go into default, and then it's going to go to an auction, and someone's going to buy at the auction. We like to say, hey,
at a real low price. Yep, if one of their mates or mate, all that.
Yeah. Well, for me, I know others. Right, you got some crazy investors that are unscrupulous, and then you got investors like us that are like, hey, look, it has to make sense, right? We're not here to kill it. We're pushing volume, showing others how to push volume. I remember you said win-win, right? Not the opposite, right? Win-win lose. So we want to make sure the seller wins, the investor wins if there's one involved, and we're working with them, and we win, but we get paid last. But it makes sense. So you can go list it, but you might not have time. Yeah. But I'd rather see them get some money than get no money, because if it goes to the auction, then what happens?
Correct. That's right. Gone. Too late.
Another investor is going to buy it super low. And if we don't, then if nobody buys at the auction, it's going to go back as an REO, and the bank's going to take it and then have them move out of their house. I'd say, look, I'd rather give you the cash and give you the money, move on next 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months. What's going to happen? They're going to start getting credit card offers. The pressure's off them. They can start a new chapter in their life.
And not only that, they can downsize for a while, like you've done, and come again.
Yes, that's it.
Simple as that, guys. And guys, let me tell you a word of advice. I'm a 75-year-old man. I lost 20 million with COVID. No one is coming to save you. No one. So save yourself, guys. Save yourself. Yes, that means get off your ass and work.
Awesome advice.
Yeah, well, I found out the hard way. No one's coming to save me. Very quick one. With COVID, I closed my $5 million business, and American Express, who had paid $50,000 a year, guys, for about probably 20 years or more. So I tried $50,000 a month for more than 20 years, because I was buying products and stuff. Anyway, and they said, "Oh, no business, Jeff. We're going to take your card back." So they took my card back
Wow.
overnight, no warning, no, you know, can we do a deal? Nothing. Just took it
Right.
away. And then all
Yep.
the banks who were watching this, 5 of the banks, they all overnight all took my credit cards back. So I lost $100,000 worth. I didn't need it
Woo.
before that. $100,000 line of credit, guys. I lost that overnight, and I was up in Asia. Being wiped out with pandemic, with no money and no credit cards, and people thinking if he's got no credit cards, he must be a crook. You know? So that was the story. So
Wow.
and funny enough, funny story, guys. I've still got no credit cards, but I've got plenty of cash. You know, so that's the way. You got to work your way back, guys.
Yeah, it happens, right?
Yeah,
Cycles and
absolutely.
trends.
Yeah, it's a cycle. Tell me, how can our listeners reach out and find out more? How you can help them, please, Eric? What's the best way?
Best way, probably Facebook.
Yep.
You can catch us on Facebook. Go to the DM, open door policy, talk to everybody and anybody. There is a little link tree there that if you click that, then everything that's there, you know, with what we do, who we're about, AHA, amplive, book some time with myself and my team. That's probably the best way. I know we're on YouTube and all the social media platforms,
Fantastic.
and Twitter,
Yeah.
LinkedIn, all that good stuff. But that's probably the easiest way is going to be the link tree one.
Okay. Awesome. Tell us a fun fact now. Before we wrap this up, tell us a fun fact about yourself that most people don't know.
Well, that was the rock and roll thing. I don't say too much about rock and roll because I had hair by up to here, right? Wore leather and all that good stuff. I started when I was about 14. I couldn't even get into clubs because it had to be 18.
Yeah.
And but you know, that was like the passion thing, right? I said, I'm going to do it. I'm going to make it happen. So I would go in.
What were you playing, Eric?
I was the lead vocalist for a
Awesome.
heavy metal band, or several heavy metal bands. Yeah.
Right.
Some of my partners went off, or associates went off to do their stuff and live their dreams, and things started changing for me. But that's a fun fact because I couldn't get into the club.
Yeah.
And I had to actually go into the back and then leave and then wait for the other band members because they're older than me, right?
Yeah.
For them to have a couple beers and do their thing while I'm hanging out in the back saying, come on, let's go, man. And, you know, so, but then, you know, that was just part of it. So
yeah, we do what we got to do.
Share with a lot of people.
Yeah, lovely. All right. So, guys, this has been Erick, our guest on Stars on Spotlight. If you want to be on Stars on Spotlight, think about it, guys. TV commercials going to set you back $30,000. 10 radio spots going to set you back $3 to $5 grand. What we're going to do, we're going to put you across Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and of course, YouTube with all of Erick's social outlets. We're going to do all of that, and he's going to reach thousands of people, and you too can by coming on Stars on Spotlight. Erick, famous last words. What would you like to tell the audience?
Rock and roll, keep on punching, never give up.
Yeah, my one is never give up. I tell you, if you knock me down, I'll bite you on the ankle.
There you go, right? You got it.
That's the one. All right, mate.
There it is.